They're always in my personal space. They're kind of messy.
Roommates.
She was very antisocial.
They're often a key part of the college experience.
Not the smartest.
If she's not staring at walls, she's doing something else.
A rite of passage for young adults.
She's a little bit crazy sometimes.
I kind of like to describe her as like Miss Priss or like a queen.
She's always up bright and early.
And, she makes a mess.
Not all experiences are the same.
She eats my flowers.
She's eating my homework, so that was an interesting excuse to my professor.
She'll try and land on my shoulder or on my head and then miss entirely and fall to the floor.
Over a decade ago, the University of Northern Colorado unleashed a whole new breed of roommates.
My roommate is a dastardly little cockatiel named Z.
Disco! Come here.
UNC lets only pet dogs or cats live with students in some dorms.
Girl.
Yeah, Maddie is my little buddy.
There are exceptions for emotional support animals. These roommates can get a little weird.
Oh, she's cleaning herself.
She ruts everything, especially when she knows it's gonna get her attention.
Let go. You're good.
Even with their quirks,
Okay, look.
the pet residents are doing something right.
Oh, she definitely reminds me of home.
This year, UNC has more animals on campus than ever, 68.
Perhaps that's a great segue to connect with others and to build relationships.
Professor Jennifer Murdoch Bishop isn't surprised by the increase.
There's some studies that say that it influences depression and anxiety symptoms and reducing them.
I have a history of depression and anxiety.
There's some support for the idea that it even increases motivation.
Whenever it gets particularly bad, I like to put her on my shoulder, and while she doesn't weigh that much, she weighs just enough to kind of ground me and bring me back.
She's really good and lays down and cuddles everyone, so.
Sophomore Alyssa Spurgeon got her dog just 2 weeks before class.
We kind of instantly bonded together.
Callie supports Alyssa through the unexpected.
I was diagnosed with cancer 2 years ago, coming up 3 years. If I get really high anxiety and my heart rate goes up, she senses it. And then she just tries to get me sitting down.
Roommates can make or break a college experience.
But having her, it kind of helps me realize you're not in the same place you were. You have someone you have to take care of.
She just always makes me feel better.
I can't imagine not having them.
No drama. Well, in the mornings there's a little bit of drama.
A lot easier with her.
These pet owners
Yes.
wouldn't change a thing about their living situation.
I guarantee you my freshman year roommate would have preferred a pet than me. We didn't get along very well. We're good friends now, all these years later.
But you all have it's an adjustment.
An open double,
That's right.
easier with a parent, I think. Sometimes.
And pets are only allowed in some dorms at UNC. There's also a weight limit for dogs because, sometimes the dorm rooms aren't big.
Right, and next year, UNC says it's expanding this program. They'll actually have 5 pet-friendly places available.